Let's just go straight to the point. For less than $200, there's only one phone that I recommend, and that's the CMF Phone 1. This phone is so good that I don't even know how they're capable of selling it at this price. To start with, it has a super cool modular design that you can customize as you like. It also comes with a slot for microSD cards, an AMOLED screen at 120Hz with an in-screen fingerprint reader, and a great performance thanks to the excellent firmware optimization and stock Android. On Amazon US, it's a little bit overpriced, so take a look at other countries like Amazon UK, France or Spain and try to import it, to get a good deal. Between $200 and $300, there are three phones that I can recommend. The POCO F6 for performance, the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G for cameras, and the Galaxy A35 for balance. All of these phones launched at the beginning of the year, so they have been declining in price, and with all Christmas sales and stuff, I'm sure you can find a good deal. The POCO F6 is a very well-rounded phone. It also has an AMOLED screen and a very capable processor. Actually, it's the best processor you can get at this price. Seriously, just check the results and compare it with other mid-range phones. Unfortunately, it won't offer the best cameras, so for that, you will have to go with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. Quite a name, isn't it? Although it launched for more than $350, right now you can find it between $200 and $300, and it's a very balanced device, possibly the best cameras in this price range. However, if you're not very into Xiaomi OS, the Galaxy A35 is another great option. It's basically a Galaxy A54 but with a larger display and more years of updates. Plus, it's also available in many other countries. And look, I know the POCO F6 isn't always for under $300, so if you're looking for a good alternative, check the POCO X6 Pro, which also has a great processor which will offer you great performance. And if you're looking for something more balanced, the Moto Edge 40 Neo, which is also widely recommended. Moving on to the $300 to $400 range, my choices are quite clear. The Pixel 8a for cameras and system, the POCO F6 Pro for performance, and the Galaxy A55 for everything else. The Pixel 8a is basically a Pixel 8 but sacrificing a little bit of the cameras and the charging speed. But in every other way is very similar. It has a compact design and size, IP67 water resistance, and the best thing about it is the excellent optimization with the Google Tensor G3, which in real-world daily tests, outperforms much more expensive phones. For me, this is the best choice for most people, but another good alternative is the Galaxy A55. This phone has a bad reputation due to its processor, and I don't really know why. Its system isn't as good as, let's say, the Nothing Phone 2a, which is also based on stock Android, but at least it feels more polished than what Xiaomi offers, for example. Plus, its cameras are quite versatile and offer very good results overall. So yeah, even though I prefer stock Android, I do think that with this phone you will get a very balanced package. However, if what you need is the best performance possible, check the POCO F6 Pro for under $400. This phone doesn't have the most consistent design, and its 2-megapixel macro camera, it's quite useless, but in terms of performance, it's the best at this price point. Some people might say that the POCO F6 is a better deal because it will give you very similar benchmarks as the POCO F6 Pro. But what they don't tell you is that it doesn't heat up as much, which is crucial for these type of phones, especially if you plan to use it to its full potential, particularly with games. You will get also a great AMOLED screen, a good build quality, and, an amazing charging speed. The thing is that you will also lose wireless charging, water resistance, and the cameras, are good, but not as good as what you get with the Pixel 8a. Between $400 and $500, the choices are even easier in my opinion. If you want a balanced phone, just go for the Galaxy S24 FE, and if you want the best camera, just pick the Pixel 8. I know, these two are very safe bets, but I do really believe that these phones cover the majority of users. The new Galaxy S24 FE is basically an S24 Lite, with the same processor giving us very good performance and the same main camera sensor. Its design isn't as refined and its charging speed isn't the best, but you can use this phone through the day without any problem. It also allows you to record in 4K 120 frames per second thanks to the new processor, and it will also receive 7 years of software updates. I know that having an Exynos processor makes people dismiss it, but believe me, this is a very complete and well-balanced phone, especially if you get it under $500. The second alternative will be the Pixel 8 for the same reasons as the 8a. Its system is still impeccable, and considering that with the Pixel 9 not much has changed, if you want the best Android experience at this price point, just get the Pixel. And the second reason, well, is its cameras, which may not be as flashy as other phones that you can get, but they work really well and just get the job done. But if money isn't an option for you, for more than $500, there are two great options. If you want Android, just get a Pixel 9 or Pixel 9 Pro, or if you prefer iOS, just get the iPhone 15 Pro or the 16 Pro. I know this may sound a little bit controversial, but let me explain. There are many phones at this price range that I already tested and I do think they're amazing. Like the Nothing Phone 2 with its excellent system optimization, the Honor 200 Pro with its excellent portrait cameras, the OnePlus 12 which has remained as a real flagship killer, or the Red Magic 9 Pro, one of the best gaming phones. The problem with recommending any of these phones in late 2024 is that, in a couple of months or even weeks, we will start seeing new phones with the new Snapdragon 8 Elite, which, it's a huge leap in performance. So instead of the OnePlus 12, I will tell you, look, just wait for the 13. Instead of the Galaxy S24, dude, just wait for the S25, which will be presented in January. Or instead of the Red Magic 9 Pro, well, just get the 10 for the same price, which, was launched this same week. If you can get any of these at a great price, then go for it. But if you can wait a little bit more, well, do it, because maybe you get a better phone at the same price, or even the oldest phone from 2024 at a lower price. So it's always a win-win. That's why the Pixel 9 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro are the only two phones that I can actually recommend. The Pixel 9 Pro has been my personal carry since I reviewed it. And even though, it doesn't have the best processor or the one it deserves, this phone is impeccable. Personally, I just love using it. The Pixel 9 is also a great buy, but it all depends on the price difference between the Pixel 8, as, there aren't many improvements. Regarding the iPhone 16, is a no-go. Instead of the iPhone 16, you're better off with the iPhone 15 Pro, well, if you can find it. It will give you a better screen at 120Hz, better cameras too, and you won't have that horrible side button. I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Regarding the iPhone 16 Pro, it really depends on the iPhone you have right now. If you have like an iPhone 11 or 12, dude, just go ahead, because the difference is abysmal. It has an amazing screen, excellent performance, a really good battery, and overall, look, it's without a doubt one of the best phones right now. Two of its biggest features are quite a flop, like the camera button and Apple Intelligence. It's really bad, and this generation is not the best one, but as a phone, it's amazing, and no one can say it's not. If you have an iPhone 13 Pro, 14 Pro, or even the 15 Pro, I wouldn't recommend you jumping to this one unless you have the money and you don't care, or your phone just go really bad. But yeah, if you can, just wait for the 17 Pro, or just get this if you want. But hey, that's just my opinion, and if you have a different one or any questions, you can leave it in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.